What's up guys, I am Michael McAnally, and this is Leo the Hiking Dog. In 2024, we completed a thru hike of the Appalachian Trail. Now, we are headed outdoors as much as possible, looking for new adventures. If you are enjoying our journey, please like, subscribe, and turn on notifications. We would be super thankful. Good morning, day 2. Here's our campsite that we set up here. I'm here, my son's up over on the other side of that tree, and the river is right back over here. Woke up to a little bit of ice on the tent this morning. That's an unusual thing here in Florida. Matter of fact, I set our chairs over here in the sun because the sun's coming up over through the woods over there, and there was some ice on the chairs last night, so we left them out, and so there was some ice in the seats, so I'm putting them in the sun to get the ice melted so we can get things put away here. I'm gonna make some coffee. I just wanted to take a little peek at the river real quick. Beautiful. All right, we're gonna get this coffee rolling, get some warm fluid into my body, and give him till about 9 o'clock to sleep in a little bit. How cold it is, the sun will come up and warm it up a little bit more and more. But all in all, slept pretty good last night. It's a little chilly, but we're all good. Didn't expect it to get this cold for our Florida weather, but it did. I said a little bit of sheets of ice in the tent, but I'll get all that cleaned up and everything before we head out for the day.
What are you doing? You missed it. Is it warm?
Is my coffee warm?
Yeah.
Heck yeah.
Probably gonna get colder if you don't drink it.
All right, we are back on trail. It's starting to really warm up. It's starting to get beautiful out now. It was freezing this morning, trying to roll everything up, especially with my hand being hurt. Super difficult. Super thankful my son is with me to help me get all that stuff rolled up this morning. It's really aggravating trying to get the sun to not be right directly in your face. My wife is going to meet me in about 2 miles. She's going to bring a little bit more of our cold weather stuff. It got so cold that we had ice on the tent last night, so it definitely got a little bit chillier than I thought. So I think it's because of the rain yesterday. The rain was forecasted to end around 3 o'clock and wound up going until 5:30, 6 o'clock. So we're gonna meet up with her. She's gonna bring us some extra gear. That's the nice thing about being camping or hiking so close to home, is you need something brought to you. She can bring it right to me. So we're gonna hit the trail this morning, but do about 10 miles again today and find a place to camp again. All right, we are pushing around 12 o'clock now. We've picked up the extra gear for my wife. She met us at a little road crossing, and we were able to get some extra, just some layers for tonight. If it's going to get just as cold tonight, if not as cold or colder. So we wanted some extra layers I didn't bring. I got my merino wool leggings to sleep in. I got my puffy jacket, things like that. Sit around camp in. I would sleep in it, but just a couple extra layers. And we got to ditch our rain gear because there's no rain in the forecast for today or tomorrow. But it's also warmed up to the point where I've already taken off my outer layer because it was getting warm. My son put on his jacket, which I think, Leo, come on. Which I think he's going to regret because it's going to be hot.
It's cold.
But we're going to push these miles in and find us a beautiful camp tonight. A couple different spots I was looking at on the trail map. One of them says there's no water there, so we might forego that one, but we'll see. I'm just gonna look for a really cool spot. Last night's spot wasn't bad, but wasn't also the best. We bypassed a pretty cool spot earlier in the day, but it would have been really sandy too. So I don't know, we'll figure it out. All right, guys, we have stopped and set up camp for the night. We found a really cool place to camp. So instead of going to where we were going to camp at, we stopped right past that creek with a little bridge because this was like a beautiful setup. The creek pours right into the river, and it gives us a great water source for the night. Doesn't mean that we're not going to get any many miles in this trip, but I don't care because look at this cool camp. So I got my tent and everything set up over here. Let me show you guys around. All right, so I got my tent set up right here. Got the offset duo there. Got my sleep system all set up. I got my UGQ Quillo, which is kind of like my extra pillow, but if I need some extra warmth, I can also add it in as a bed liner. Got my El Coyote quilt in there, 20 degree. Leo lays right here on his little blanket right beside me. So that's all set up. Aiden is set up over here. He's in my tarp tent, double rainbow LI, and he's got the Zen Bivy sleep system going on in there. He's got a Nemo pillow, and he's got my quilt that I carried on the Appalachian Trail, the hammock gear one. That's a 20 degree quilt. He's got it upside down right now, but I'll show him how to use it correctly. But the reason why we chose this camp is because the river is right up over there, but if you go right up over here, this is why I chose it. This is the reason why I wanted to stop. I wanted to stop at a cool camp more than I wanted to get a whole bunch of miles in. It was about hanging out with my kid this weekend, but look at this view up here. So we got this cliff, and I think about coming down here to have our fire tonight. So there's a cool little ledge right down here. We're gonna walk down there, show you the ledge. That's a really cool view. A little bit of a downward climb, but so really cool ledge right here, with a beautiful view of the river, as well as this is where the creek empties into the river right there. So it's just absolutely gorgeous. And I said, we're thinking about starting a fire down here tonight on this cliff because it's real sandy, no underbrush, and there's lots of wood already down here. So I think we might have our campfire down here on the cliff. But look at that view. Beautiful river here. It's a rope swing for the summer. It's just a crowded place during the summer. The river is super, super low right now. Normally you don't have that much of the bank exposed. You know, the river can go all the way up to those high points of the sand over there, and most of the time, but it's been really, really low this year. But yeah, so that's our camp. So this is the reason why we chose it. It's because of how beautiful this little area is, and that bridge with the creek flowing through it is right there as well. Let me tell you something. Backpacking with one hand is a challenge. You don't realize how much you need your thumb, but we're making it work. All right, we're gonna be hanging out at camp. We're gonna be making dinner later. Create us a campfire. We're gonna watch some football and just have a good old time. This is called the Swift Creek right here. That's where we're getting our water from. That is so much more clear than the Swanee River water that we've been filtering. So it's so much nicer to have a nice clear water source right here by our camp. It's a little bit of a climb to get down there. Watch, Aiden's doing it right now. Had to traverse the rocks there on the side of the wall and then come up that little galley right there. But it's worth it for that clear water. It's absolutely gorgeous down here. Oh, and this bridge is so cool. All right, guys, we are wrapping it up for the night. I am getting all my cold gear on. We got the football game going on right out here. Boom, we got our little TV stand set up between our chairs. I'm about to get dinner started, and we're going to call it a night. It was a great day. We're going to finish this thing up tomorrow and hike right out of here. There's another little trailhead that we're going to hike to that's slightly off the Florida Trail, but it's going to get us out of here in the morning. It's going to be a cold one tonight. It says it's got a freeze warning, so but we're prepared. We got the extra gear now, so we'll be nice and cozy in our tents. So we'll see you guys tomorrow.